Welcome. I'm Dee, and this is the Unguided Life where I am taking it one day at a time, bringing you guys along for the journey to hold me accountable as I budget my way through life. We need to close out week 4 of our May budget. Okay, week 4 was okay, wasn't too much going on. But I did pull out my monthly budget overview detail view because it talks about our goals, which when we do our closeout, we'll get more in depth with that. And it talks about our income as well as our expenses, broken down in our monthly, everyday, or every month expenses and our discretionary income expenses. So week 4, all I do is I check to make sure that there's checks or X's let me know that the expense has cleared my account or cleared my credit card. Now there's one that hasn't cleared my account and yet, which is auto insurance, but I did receive the email let me know that the auto is going to come out. So by the time this video is shown, it will happen. So I went ahead and put a check there to get that out the way. And so we're good to go with that. So I'm just going to sit that to the side. We don't need that right now. Then we're going to go over to our spending record. The spending record is for our envelope system, and it breaks down our expenses based on these categories: food, gas, household, and personal. Okay. So for these categories, it was like more so reconciling, and yeah, more so. It wasn't too much spending this week, so we're just gonna highlight it. So we did transfer this from household and we placed it here. So that brought the total to $64, and then we did pick up some food items for $64. We had these random transactions, just nothing worth putting a name towards it. And lastly, we did have to fill up. We're still in the $50 fill up club. Gas hasn't gone down. It's down, but not down enough where we're back to spending $30. Okay, we don't know when we're going to get there. So we're going to go ahead and move this over, and we're going to just put this information here to close out our week 4. And we're going to use the big pen. We're going to use the red. So expenses, we're going to say 603. Food is 64. Gas is 55. Personal is 30. I was going to do on the top of my head 30 plus 8 plus 3 plus 1. So that's 42. Just to double check. So for expenses, all that have been accounted for. So that's 0. There's no more left in the food category. And so for gas, it's $24. And then for personal, it's 8. We don't do anything with this. We don't close this officially out until we do our budget closeout. So this is what we have remaining for week 4. So we're going to move that to the side as well. And then we're going to come to our credit card expense tracker. So I do need to highlight some items from the week before. Is that right? Yeah. Like from the week before. Because we accounted for these. I just didn't go back in and highlight them. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. So week 4, and I didn't say it, week 4 went from May 13th to May 19th. Okay, so let's see, expenses. So the storage, we had the storage come out. And we have the phone bill come out on this sheet here. We can put this to the side, and we had 2 sinking funds that come out. I made a wine purchase. I went to a festival and it had like a setup of a winery I've been to, and I just picked up a couple bottles and gifted one. And then I went to Target because Target be taking all the money. And lastly, here is an unbudgeted charge. And this is the gift that I bought for myself that I knew that was coming, but I haven't put it in my I haven't put it in my budget. And I didn't put it in the budget pre-plan either for the next month. But we cool in the hood. We'll get it done. Then we'll go to the next sheet here. And for expense, we have Hulu. Now, Hulu shows $9.90. At first, I thought that I was like getting a credit or something, or they changed the pricing. But what happened was I received $4 from Rakuten that deposits into my PayPal account. And Hulu, it comes off of my credit card, but through my PayPal account. And so if you're familiar with, they always take the balance. Like if you don't uncheck or you have the check there, they would take from the balance first and then the transaction. So that's where the $4 difference was. So we'll discuss in the budget closeout where that $4 goes. OnStar, this is the regular pay for OnStar. And then for the account insured, this is the fee that is charged on my credit card each month based on the balance. This is a protection just in case I am not able to pay this credit card off or make any payments. They cover it. So that's where that fee comes from. So this is the ending balance of this May, or I would say May, but these transactions, okay? And so going forward, this is not the amount that's going to go on. I said May bill, and that is wrong. That is June bill, y'all. This is June. I'm just going to do this because if I don't, then I'm not going to remember it, and put June bill here. So this is for June bill, but this is not the actual what we're going to pay for June. This is if I didn't make any payments this week, this will be the end result. All right, so now we can go ahead and move over to week 4 of the expense tracking totals, because this kind of helps us determine what we're going to actually pay. So starting off for unbudgeted for week 4, we only had one transaction, and that was for $50.88. For sinking funds, we had 2. That's $42.80 and $42.96. So that's $85.76. We didn't have any envelope system transactions in week 4. So that's 0 for bills. We had storage. And then we had our phone bill, Hulu, and OnStar. So that's $174.50. And then we also had the fee of $4.37. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to here, and we're going to scoot this over because we don't need this right now. We need all the space in the land, and we need to turn it. So today's date is the 19th. It is it's after the 5 o'clock hour, so the payment is going to reflect for the 20th. That's totally fine, but I'm making it today. First and foremost, we know we have to make the payment for our expenses, like our actual bills themselves. So that's $174.50. That comes from the expense account. And so we do payment, and there's no points for that. The next thing we're going to do is the sinking fund. So that's $519.85.76. And that is actually going to come from SoFi. And that is going to be a payment as well. And that's no points. We're not going to do anything about the unbudgeted or the fees at this present time. So let's see exactly what the remaining balance is. So 521.65 minus 174.50. So that gives us $347.15. And I did try to make a payment ahead of the account closing. I was like, I'm just going to come in here and say I made the payment and we're moving on from it. But what happened was I forgot. So we were left with that. So 85.76. So this is 261.39. Okay, Future D here. So I had to do this voiceover and insert this clip right here because I wasn't explaining something well. So the $261.39 includes the fee from account insurer $4.37. Okay, if you minus that, that gives you the $257 that I stated was going to be the payment for June bill. I had to take into account that I did not know the fee because I have no way to calculate it. So I knew it was going to be up. I just didn't know how much more it was going to be up. So when I actually do the June budget, I would be paying a $261.39 and not the $257. Sometimes I can catch it. Sometimes I can't, where I make enough payments and it covers that, but this is not the case. All right, back to the video. I don't know. It's like weird.com, y'all. Oh, I think it's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's weird.com. Let's see. 261.39 minus 437. Okay, it's not weird.com. So it's right. We don't have to check it. I just didn't add the cents when I did the budget with me, so that's why it's off. Yeah, this part's going to get cut out, so we don't have to worry about all this explanation. Okay. Good to go with that. So then let's move over to this. Okay. Let's move over to our sinking funds because we need to see what we did in week 4. And so we didn't make any, for me, myself, and I, it looks like we didn't make any deposits. But we do have, we did spend $86. So we need to account for that. For Savannah, we didn't add anything, but we did spend in this category. We didn't spend in this category this week either. We spent in a week before. And so then we haven't added or spent anything. And then for the challenges, we have to set up for this, and then we'll be able to see exactly what we're going to put for this. So we'll be right back. All right, so it's challenge time. So let's shake this up. We ain't got that much to work with. So let's see what happens. Ooh, that's a lot. That's 8. Let's see what that's going to land us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we were so close. We were so close. So we don't have enough to put anything. So 5, 10, 11, 12. So we don't have enough. We only have 20 to put in. And I didn't say this before, but when we don't have enough, then we just have to put this in a pot for the next time we do this. So that's what we're going to do. Put everything away. And this is where we landed, and this is where we start back, okay? All right, y'all. In the meantime, in between time, peace.